Hey guys, this is FunTrade. So I just wanted to share the futures level and talk about the stocks which we are going to pick for today and see how we can manage the risk and the stop losses. Okay, so before we pick up any stocks, let's go ahead with the futures. So let's take S&P 500 futures to start with. So as I mentioned earlier, this week I'm expecting the red and why red, right? So the thing is like there are multiple news pending. So one of the news is the stimulus package which might get approved or might get disapproved. So what happens if it gets approved or disapproved? It's same thing. People wants to get everything as low as possible. So when we talk about the futures, let's see how it's holding or how uh, low it can go and what are the things we have to look at it and the support levels, the resistance levels and all those things. Okay, so let's get started. So we can see SPY or the ES futures breaking the whole support levels. So what we see here on a daily chart is it gave up a lot of profits whatever it made over the weeks and try to bounce back, but it couldn't bounce back, and we can see the sharks taking control over the bears taking control over the market. So let's see if we can get the support levels right. So looking at this chart, we don't have really a very good supply demand chain or the supply demand bars which we can see here, rally base rally or drop base drop or whatever people call it, right? So we cannot see any of those things here. So let's go to the fib levels. So yep, let's go ahead. There's the drop. So I'm just taking the recent swing which happened, the low and the high, and let's enable 100%. I never take it as consideration, but just for the video or the scale here. Okay, so we can see it has started breaking the support levels whatever we have here, and it started breaking the fib levels towards the downside. So the next level which we can see is 3191. Let's see if I just go to the weekly chart. Can we see any rally base rally here? Yep, not really. So can we take these levels? Okay, let's remove those fib levels for now. So what we can expect in this week is the retest of this supply, the demand zone, and see if we have new buyers coming up. So we clearly broke the support levels what we have on the daily, and now we are going to the okay, let's draw it right to be very sure what happened here. So I'm just taking this as a support level where we can see it was holding the price levels 3315, and unfortunately it is not able to hold these levels anymore this week, and we can see more red coming up. So let's get started with the fib levels again. Now we know the recent low which we have to take here. So it depends, right? Like whenever you're drawing a fib level, you don't have to really take these as the recent levels. Why am I taking this? Because the swing level low and the base or the support whatever we have here coincide. So I'm just taking that, and as we can see it broke the support and moving towards 3246 levels. So these fib levels are not really accurate because I'm taking the latest swing. So If you want to just go ahead with a inbuilt fib levels, you can just go set study fib. So let me just take the Fibonacci high low, and you can see this is the inbuilt. If you want to really go ahead with the inbuilt one, for me, I really don't like the inbuilt one, which takes the swings from the dip. I really don't like it because of the price action. The price action is based on the recent swing. Okay, let's get moving now. So as for yes or S&P 500 features, we know the resistance level or the support levels, and the let's talk about the resistance level, right? Like the support what we have here will be the resistance level for the stock or for the futures to break. So now we know the levels. Let's go to Nasdaq. So Nasdaq is as bad as S&P 500, right? So we have this NKL news coming up where the CEO stepped down, and let's talk about Nasdaq now, the levels which we have to watch. Do we have any rally bears? Rally? Not really actually. This would have been one if we would have seen the higher close. No, I don't see any demand zones here which we can really think of. So let's go with the support levels, right? Okay, so we had a price level here which was very difficult for Nasdaq to break, and now it was acting as support levels. So I'm not doing any magic here, right? I'm just taking the resistance level which was converted to support. So for me, these are the support levels which was supposed to be, the stock was supposed to be holding actually, but as we can see, it is not able to hold it, and we have this zone coming up here. So instead of the support line, let me just do a box, right? So this was the previous resistance, and this is where the price action was, where we saw the bounce, right, and the hold. So let's take this one, make it visible for us. So this is the range which Nasdaq was supposed to hold, but as we can see clearly that it is not able to hold the levels, and the clear support was 11059, which it didn't clearly hold. So let's go with the fib levels, right? So what exactly we can see now. So I'm just taking the recent swing, low and high, breaking it up. So it was not able to hold the support, and now it's going down, really down. So what we can expect for Nasdaq is retest of 10404 levels, which is 127.2 percentile, right? So this is on the daily chart. Let's switch to 4 hours, which gives us a clear picture of the price action, right? So it was holding the levels what we had here, and it's breaking down, so it's not able to. So for now, what we can say is, or what we can clearly assume is, this is the intraday level support, right? Why intraday level, right? So it's holding these levels, and we can see clearly that it's trying to bounce back from these levels, right? Let's make it as intraday support. So as we can see, Nasdaq is holding the intraday support of 10749. So if this break, what happens is clearly we have the next level which is coming up, 10404. Moving on, let's see the futures done, and there are few stocks which have sort of news this time. So let's go with the stocks which has news this week, right? We have Tesla, which is the battery day coming up, and we can see from Elon's tweet that a lot of action is going to happen here. So as we had the previous levels for Tesla, we were seeing a flagging here, the flag breakout, and it was able to go high, which broke the resistance level and made a high, but it was clearly not able to hold it, right? So after the stock split 5 to 1, the price got reduced and a lot of hype where people were thinking that the stocks will go up. As we can see, a lot of investors coming up. So keep this in mind, right? Whenever there is a stock split happens, people really don't go with the split price. They want it lower, right? Even if there is a, if I'm an investor, to be very frank, after the stock split, what I can expect is a momo which is happening, a lot of people coming in and buying the things and stock going up. But clearly investors will not invest with the stock split price. They want it lower anytime they want it lower. So this is what we saw, right? There was a huge momo which happened and it's coming down. But the thing is, like, Tesla has a news or battery day, due to which we can see the small scale investors which are who are coming in and putting some price action for Tesla. So let's get started with Tesla, right? So let's remove the old drawings or the drawing set which we have and start fresh. So daily we clearly have a rally base rally here, and that's what we saw here, right? As we can see, the level for rally base rally did held up and the price started moving up from the demand zone. So this is the demand zone which we clearly see, and the stock price started going up from this levels. uh, yep, let's try to see if we can come up with a trend, right, or a channel which we can come up with. So day level I don't see a clear channel, so let's go to 4 hours. Man, it's too blank, so I really think I can't write up with a channel here, so I will leave it as is. Instead of channel I will just go with the fib levels. So let's go back to daily chart. So let's take the fib levels. So I'm just taking the high which it made and the swing for the targets, from the low swing I'm just taking the recent one, guys, because or else I can take the demand zone support. Okay, here, and these are the targets which we can see, right, clearly, and this is the resistance which we can see very clearly where Tesla is not able to break the 451 levels, if I'm not wrong. So this is the clear resistance, as we can see here. The stock is not able to break these levels, so let's take it as resistance, right? I'm just changing up the color to match. It's not really required because we have text, but even that. So these are the resistance levels, whatever we can see here very clearly, and these are the targets for Tesla. If it manages to break 460 levels, we can see a retest of high. So this is not really the target for me if the stock starts moving. So you can just take it as breakout levels. So a lot of people ask me this question, why I take it as a breakout level. So whenever the stock is making a retest of highs, that will act as a resistance. That is not my price target. My price target is above that. So that's the reason it's a breakout level, and 127.2 percentile is my target. Okay, so let's move on. So what are the levels we can watch here? So if the Momo or if the stock starts dipping based on the Nasdaq going down, we can see Tesla testing this gap, right? So we can clearly see this gap to be tested again. So this is the gap level. If it doesn't hold, then we know the levels, which boils down to 369 levels. But I don't want to take it as the support level because these are the intermediate support levels, not the real support. The real support I take it as the demand zone, which comes down again. So let me just make it so intermediate support levels, right? So this is the plan for Tesla. On a battery day or the battery day announcement, before that we can see a price action, breakout of 460 levels and retest of 500 levels if the price action continues. If not, we can see a consolidation between 420 levels and 460 levels. Make a note of it. We always have this: buy the rumor, sell the news. After the battery day announcement, I can clearly see Tesla coming down to these levels where the investors are interested in getting in, right? So we can clearly see 370 will be taken out after the announcement. But let's hope it doesn't happen, because we know that we are holding 400 calls for Tesla, November 400 calls, right? Yeah. So, and we can see Tesla has the ER coming up. Let's see when it is. Okay, 1021 is the ER. We exactly have 1 month left for the ER, right? So that's what. So the thing is, like, before the ER, you can see a lot of action on Tesla, and always remember, the investors or the MMs, the money makers, will want Tesla stock to be low. So we can clearly see the demand levels, which is 360 and coming down to 330. Okay, so this is where we are going to add the calls or the long-term calls. So right now, whatever the November calls what we have, we will sell it before the announcement. I'm just making sure before the announcement. We can play the Momo. Don't ever get into these. Means the thing is, like, we can see a huge dip or a huge gain and never get excited about the stock going really up and lose money out of it, right? So let's see about it. And there is another stock which is going up really well, is the Poton, the Peloton. The, so we can see the demand zone here. The stock dipped to the demand zone and it was taken up, and exactly where we have the fib levels. And for the people who did play, congratulations, but we still have a long way to go, and this is our demand zone. So what we can expect from this particular stock, right? So it already got a intermediate bounce, and we can see that people will start shorting it again. So the thing is, like, whatever we know is the MMs will have a huge order placed. They will not get and execute for all the orders what they have, right? So they buy few, the stocks go up, then again they will see a dip where there's a demand zone and we can see more executions happening. That's where we buy in. So don't ever chase a stock. uh, Even the financials look really dull because of the market we are in right now. So that's it for today, guys. I don't think I'm going to pick any stocks for today, as we are not really sure what's going to happen today and whether the demand zone will be held or broken, right? So let's watch futures for now. For now, it is holding really well. Let's go to 4-hour chart and see again. So see, the fib is really good tool if you can master it, right? So it is coming down through 3246 levels, as simple as this, right? Okay guys, let's meet in the morning and see how it does, right? Let's see how it opens, then we can just go with the Momo. Take care guys, I'll meet you guys soon.